Good morning and welcome to the Darkmom Consortium for May the 21st, 2021. I am Mom. Good morning, everybody. Let's move the screen out of the way. Here we go. Yeah, I forgot to do my asteroid mining. Good morning, Cadargo. How the heck are you today? Yeah, I forgot to do the asteroid mining. I mean, we get these stupid easy ones and they're the ones I wind up forgetting. So you get to sit through and watch me do this for a few moments, then switch tunes and do it again. Otherwise, I have to do it at work, and I think they might frown on it if I did it at work. But since it's always quiet these first few minutes while people are waking up, getting their coffee, or in the case of those of you not here in the States, getting ready for bed or whatever, it's boring stuff. We can all be bored together for just a moment. So I was going through a tune and realized on this tune I was sitting on 11,000 Omega marks because we've been doing ISE on this so much. And I thought, oh great, I'll trade them all in. So I went to trade them all in and accidentally traded in all of my Discovery marks. So I have a little work to do this weekend on Discovery stuff. Yes, I am all. Thanks for asking. It's Friday. It's Friday, and for the first time since I started this job, I'm wearing grungy clothes. Didn't we used to get mats when we did these? Or is that only during certain times? No, I swear we used to get materials when we did this, didn't we? Do we get it and they just auto go in? Am I just getting old and forgetting stuff? A distinct possibility. I know we don't get it when we're doing the VIP claims. I used to get so nervous doing this. What if I don't get the 735? What if I screw up? And by the end of doing it on 5 tunes, let alone the almost 40 I've got at the moment, I would be stressed out, and I realized it was definitely not worth the minimal amount of lithium you get for this for that level of stress. So there's better, funner ways to make the lithium. Maybe we should do that this morning. Huh. Well, let's do these two, and then let's go see about other ways to make the lithium the fun and easy way. And yeah, VIP claims are the #1 way to get to lithium. Yeah, maybe I am getting it because it's not telling me what I'm getting. Let's add the system rewards in here. Okay, yes, we are getting mats in there as well. Okie doke. Thing is, we've got the navigation points, which are fun to use, providing they get close enough. And then the really fun thing is if you put on your frosty boots. Do I have my frosty boots? Excuse me. There we go. Frosties. Now we'll get up here faster than the frosty boots would get us. There it is. Obviously the next hill over. There it is. So I was running Scylla and Charybdis earlier, or actually yesterday with you guys. That is the mission in which the Herc are basically released. And that's why the Zenkethi were on Bajor, or trying to get to Bajor. That's the whole mission, is stop the Zenkethi before they can destroy Bajor. It's fine. I mean, it's actually kind of fun episode. The dialogue's good. We get Martok, and nothing wrong with that. But it's got some really big fight sequences because it's the first time we're dealing with the Herc, and they're just unrelenting. But it also has the Bajor defense set, which is a very nice set. And I thought, okay, I'll run it 3 times. So I ran it with you guys. Ran it when I got home from work that day. And then, of course, what does DT need to run on his Klingon tune? Scylla and Charybdis. So I managed to run it 3 times last night, or yesterday, and I now have the Bajor defense set. And I want to say that we've got the Bajoran phone speaker device. All right, so let's do this. Okay, let's do that. It does not look like we are running, does it? There we go. So much for the little hoppity hop things. Now the question is there a bank on Vlugta? I don't think there is. Back in the day, somebody asked me to figure out what's the most efficient way to earn dilithium short of the VIP claims. So I did time analysis on all the variants that I could find, every possible mission where you could make dilithium and how to boost it. I probably should go back and do that again. It was fun. I mean, I spent an entire week with a calculator, stopwatch, figuring out which specific ones, like the Atli. Certain versions of the Atli were more efficient because they had, let's say, more bugs appear in a 2-minute period, and you could take out the bugs quicker than you could, let's say, run around and scan things. So I think it was Atli number 2. Now, of course, you can't do that. Well, you can't do that, but that's a different story, and one we'll talk about a different day. All right, so we got that done, and I want to go find a bank. I think we can just go to my bridge. That should work. And yes, this will be in the book on the how to make money in Starfleet. Just so you know, we are doing the final edits on Centaurian Alpha's Volume 2 of the Gamer's Guide, which is really dedicated to the GUI. Really nicely done, too. I didn't write it. I strictly proofread it. But it's a really nice intro if you've never played the game and you go in and you're absolutely confused, because heaven knows we all are. Knowing what's going on. Library, no. I wish this bridge was a little bit more user-friendly. Is that the word I want? Yes, that's definitely the word I want. So, after somebody told me that you can share all of these nice Endeavor rewards, I've been stockpiling them for one of the new tunes who's just coming up. Let's see if I can sort that. There we go. So I'm picking up some of the marks for them, and I'm picking up all of the boxes for them. So as soon as they hit level 65 and can start doing these, they'll have a whole bunch of goodies. Because I'm a good and generous mom to my guys. All right, let's jump over to the other account. And let's do that. And we're back. And let's have... Oh, Battlemom doesn't get to do a lot of stuff. Of course, Nimbus 3. Ooh, we have all that stuff to do. Well, let's go do this other stuff first. Hold on. There's a Gorn Cat engineer here. Let's get him. It's dilithium. I want to get dilithium. Oh, how appropriate. D1 arthropods. I think we'll get those tonight. AP damage, Antholians on Nukara. Not bad. Ooh, I've got stuff. You can have that, and you can have that. And we'll give you that, and now we've got a little space. Do I seriously have no weapon for this poor soul? No wonder they're just standing there looking sad. All right. Good morning, Wolfie. How are you today? Let's see, it's 6 in the morning here, so it's noonish over there? Those Lachie are good. They do not need to worry about the vacuum of space. And why are you frustrated, pray tell? So I was saying earlier, this is the first day in 6 months that I've gone to work wearing grungy clothes. I was going to wear my one pair of blue jeans, but there are no knees left in them. I think that might be a little too grungy for work. But I want to spend my day cleaning out a filthy stockroom and getting it reorganized and pretty. Because everyone's getting ready for the Memorial Day weekend, which, yeah, I know it's not till next week. But because we haven't really had any time off and we've got a slow week, everybody's decided they'll take the next 4 days as holiday and give themselves basically a 2-week vacation with only 4 days of PTO, which is kind of smart. I'm not anti that. I'd do it if I didn't have Vegas coming up, but I have Vegas coming up. Yeah, DT was having streaming issues last night, too. We'd get into an ISE, and it would just cut out. So, of course, it stopped the stream, but it also meant that we got down to temporarily 4 people. And when we're trying to figure out when a tank build works or when it doesn't work, and one of your members suddenly goes, it does affect the counts. I think Boom said that I was taking 72% of the damage with my tank, which is almost where I want to be, around 75. So I need to think of one more way to pull just a little more aggro. The ship's well enough built that it can handle it. I think part of it is I don't get to target fast enough, which means somebody else is trying to pull the aggro on it. And yes, I've got the deuterium burn built in. I've got brace for impact. I've got, I'm trying to think of everything I've got. I can't switch over to pilot. I need to be on Miracle Worker just to be a good tank. But if anyone's got a thought about how to pull just a smidge more aggro, let me know. Maybe a bad-tempered doff or something like that. Okay, I happen to love this particular asteroid, or sorry, this little rock outcropping here, this perfect little nice triangular shape. It's the only one I see on here. It's always like, why? Why do we have this perfect little pyramid? Ancient aliens? Excuse me. Aliens. By any chance, Wolfie, have you run the latest, if you're using Microsoft, have you run the latest patch? Wouldn't know. Okay. First of all, do you run Microsoft? i.e., is it Apple or MS? Yes, I know I can actually stop at 7:35 and just go on. All right. So, since you're having issues, can you maybe specify what issues you're having? Because we have some smart people online. Might be able to get some free advice here and suggestions. Some programs take a while to close. For example, in OBS either freezes or disconnects. Wow. Wow, that could be a lot of things. And I'm not going to pretend that this is my forte. Does this only happen when you're running OBS? It doesn't sound virusy as much as it sounds like maybe something's running in the background and sucking up some of your processing ability. Other issues like how much space do you actually have available? I can hear when my system is overloading because all of a sudden my fans will kick in. It's a solid state drive, so the fans don't kick in very often. And when that happens, I can go in and check to see how much free space I've got in terms of analyzing what's going on. Unfortunately, I love my husband. Hubby, if you're watching this, I love you. But the available space on the local disk is not what it should be. At the moment, I've got maybe 25% free, and that's when, when I start processing videos, it takes a huge amount of space. So one thing you might think about is when you're doing OBS and you're recording those videos, I presume you're recording them, because it's an automatic function when you use Twitch, and possibly when you use OBS, make sure that you've got usable space available. because otherwise it's competing for the minimal space that's there. Alright, so I was saying we're going to play with dilithium harvesting. Because all of my tunes on this account happen to have sufficient dilithium, we're not going to worry about this account too much. We're going to jump over to the other account. Almost everybody there is mature. Been around for a while. Let me jump back out of here and over there. And we'll start with Kethwa because we were already there. So, asteroid mining is fine, but it really sucks up a lot of time for what's not a ton of dilithium. Well, there's a difference between tons of space and tons of processing space. So I don't know which one you've got there. I've got tons of space if I open up my 8 terabyte external drive, but I can't process with that. The internal processing is limited. Just because it wasn't the best combo that could be out there. My previous one, the one in the other room, is much bigger in terms of how much processing I can do. So, are you up to date on the latest patches and the latest drivers? And if you're not, you can do that manually. The fact that it's disconnecting sounds like ISP, but the fact that it's freezing sounds internal and doesn't sound virusy. Virusy likes to muck you up. Not that it doesn't happen, but it does muck you up. Alright, so getting back to dilithium. VIP claims, great way to do it. I'm not going to waste a VIP claim when it's not a dilithium weekend, though, because you can only get your VIP claims through the lockboxes. And I like them, and I'm probably the only person who cares about them. Saab had so many at one point, she just basically burned them. Yeah, you can just turn them in for reduced results. Actually, if Pie's around, he might be able to help you, Wolfie. He's probably at work today. So, my next favorite way to make dilithium. Ooh, what? It's on New Romulus. I don't have a New Romulus here. How can I not have New Romulus? Sphere of Influence will do it. I'm trying to learn all the shortcuts to get to places. Wow. Okay. It's since the upgrade, yeah. The upgrade or the update? And what did you upgrade? It's not unheard of for upgrades to actually degrade certain functions that you've got. So, sad to say, sometimes upgrades aren't the best way to go. Nothing personal. Okay, that's really interesting again. Alright, so, since there are limited things you can now do on this, New Romulus used to have 6 little mini games that ran in it. Staging area, the Atli, obviously EPO still run, Whale Ruins, Vastum Peaks. I'm missing one. Oh, Peos Crater. And each of them had a little game that you could run in it over and over and over, and I happen to love those games. They got rid of all of them except for Staging Area. Staging Area The first time you run it is going to give you around 1,200 dilithium for under 2 minutes, which is one of the better deals there. And you can run it over and over and over and over for 792 dilithium, or 720. We've got the boost running. All you have to do is run around and click things. Each of these is 8%. If you want to do the math, you have to do about 12 things. And if you luck out, you'll find a bunch right next to each other. So there's 2 sitting right there. There actually is a treasure trove spot, and we'll get there. Here's one of them. This shuttle has got as many as 7 places right here. So there's a person you can go to. She doesn't need anything. There's usually a repair spot right here. There's these 2 pylons. Each of these is worth 8%. Another 8%. So in theory there's 4 right there. This front one usually has to be done. It's not doable at the moment. So that's 5. This is another one. This is 6. Remember, we only have to do 12. There's 2 over here, neither of which is triggering. So that's 8. And this guy is 9. So there's 9 of your 12 right there. This position right here also. This is a side thing. Just because I'm here, I'm going to do it. Takes away time. So right there, you've got 9 of the 12. We'll hit the other treasure trove in a moment. There can be 5 right here. Just so you know, we're at 72%, 80%. 88%. You also can pick up these reports. They're only worth 4% each, and you have to turn them into somebody, so yeah, is that worth it? Maybe, maybe not. So that's 96%. And this is the other treasure trove spot, and we're going to come back to this in just a moment. But there's usually a report right here, which I'm now going to turn into this nice person, and that gives me my 100%. So that's 1,400, sorry, 1,200 dilithium right there. And you get marks on top of all of that, which you can trade in for more dilithium. So, having done all that, you can do it again. Okay, so it gets a little tedious, but it's fast. It's easy. This is one of my favorite spots to get dilithium. As I said, the whole planet used to be Dilithium City. There's also a lady who usually stands here. And sometimes these will trigger very quickly because nobody's been here for a while. Hang on one second. Let's see what's going on here. What alert do we have? We have the Atli, my favorite one. Yay, the Atli. This is another great one. These only happen on the half hour. Remember how I said the Atli had a little mission? But it's also got a mini game within the mini mission, which is this one. You have to go over and collect these little reeds. Then you run over to the Nanovs, and you offer them some reeds, and they will follow you for a few seconds. Okay, so now I've got, oops, come on baby, come with me. The thing is, they don't follow you for very long, so every time I see one of these river plants, I stop and get it. And usually I'll get one of the Nanovs to be there with me. He's ready to follow me to the next place. I love New Romulus. Once he says grunt, he's not going to follow you anymore, and you have to tempt him again with more reeds. Now I've got 2 of them to follow me again. Let's see if they'll make it all the way over to this guy or not. This might be a little too far for them. Yeah. Once it runs. See how they stop really close to the reeds? Oh, somebody else is playing this one. Yay, them. And somebody started. You can see how they pulled all of them down here. That means we can start ganging them up. I'll go get this bunch over here. You can do this solo. That's one of the cooler things about this one. And here we go. Let's see if they'll come this far. They won't. So we'll get this one, and this one, and this one, and we'll bring them over here to this rock. Yeah, I know it says we've only got 35% done. Him, him, and him. The goal is to bring them all to Mom. Come on, guys. Okay, when they say squeal, they made it all the way to Mom. And when they say squeal... Oops, come on, baby. So we're at 91%. And these nice people are bringing these last ones in. So I think we've got it made. Voila! Alright, so I'm going to put my systems back on here just to see how much dilithium we're going to get for that. Let's see if it says anything. Oh, it didn't tell me. Okay, so we got... That's from the previous one. Ooh, it didn't tell me how much dilithium we made on that one. Bummer. We got a bunch. Okay, so that was 792 dilithium for that. So since I got down here, we've made just shy of 2,000 dilithium. And you can run it over and over and over and over and over and over. Problem is, I've now left the staging area, and that's halfway done. We can't leave it there, can we? No. No, 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 no. Yes, you can beam up and beam back down. But I saw 2 things I wanted to pick up while I'm here. One of them is this plant over here. Collect 10 plant samples and you can turn them in for marks. And over here is a rock. Collect 10 rocks and you can turn them in for marks. And don't forget, marks translates into dilithium if you want it to. That's why I used to love this thing. It was just wonderful. You could mindlessly go back and forth and play this all the time. And we'll beam back to the staging area. Are EPOs a good way to make dilithium? No. Are EPOs restful? Yes. EPOs don't take long and it's kind of fun, but it's not really efficient. So I've shown you the 2 spots that have a lot of repairs that need to be done. In addition to repairing things, which are the glowy places, you can motivate people. What do we have left here? Oh, we have quite a few left here. Okay. You can... Hold on a second, I might as well get that one while I'm here. See if anybody is acting suspiciously. And there's usually... See this person here? They're acting suspiciously. If your weapons go live, then they're not a good person. Sometimes they'll plant all the bombs in front of them just in case they're a bad person. Just in case. And sometimes they'll just be like, no, I'm just walking around. Nothing suspicious here. There's another rock that hides back here. There's also a piece of radiation back here if you ever want to play the radiation game. Not an efficient use of your time, but very relaxing. So now we've got 2 reports. There's the 3rd report sitting up here by the Klingons. You don't have to motivate Klingons, but you do have to occasionally motivate the locals. So what have we got? We've got 78. We're going to turn that in. It's worth 12. Might as well fix this one. Yes, I know. We just fixed this. But it happens rather often where they start to interact again faster than you think. What did you miss? Oh, we had the cure for your problems, but I've forgotten it. No, just playing dilithium today. We're going to turn in the 3 reports, which is worth 12%, and we are done. It will usually flash up with the rewards. The one drawback here is you get a career-specific blue level prize. It's always a kit. It's always the same 3 things inside of it, so is it worth it? Nah, not really. So let's see what we're doing here. So in that little bit of time we were down there, plus the 1,000 we made, we got 2,500 lithium for maybe 10 minutes worth of work. It's not bad, but it is peaceful. It is easier to just kind of zen into that moment. All right. Other ways to make dilithium, obviously, are going to be TFOs. Here we have for TFO. I don't know that this will work. Oh, yep, there we go. Cross fingers we don't have something weird here. Because you never know what you're going to get. With my luck, I've got like bug hunt. Oh, bug hunt would be fine. I'd get minor instabilities. So it can take a minute or 2 for that to pop. Once again, I usually just pick up staging area and go run it while this is running around here. There we go. So I wonder what we're going to get. Let's see. I'm going to put money on ISA. Oh, counterpoint. Okay, we can do counterpoint. You always get a package for doing this. It almost always has dilithium of some amount. Whether it's going to be a lot or little, there's no way to tell. But it's not a bad way to do time. Let's see, what tune have I got here? Oh, good. Kelvin. I don't like counterpoint as a random because a lot of people don't know that there are things you need to be doing. But it looks like we've got a couple people out of the German side, so crossing fingers. You do want to close the portals in this second sequence. I do like this build. This is primary Kelvin phasers, so beams. I do believe I've got 1 torp up front as well. Get everything? Nope. Okay, the next sequence is... Ooh, look at this.
Thank you. We were taking...
Yes, popcorn for everyone, exactly. Alright, give me a portal. Yeah, people forget that it's closing the portals that's going to get us the extra marks, not shooting down the bad guys. Oh yeah, shooting them down too, but Ooh, walk tui. Good, we got 2 people back here. Ideally, you want to close 5 portals. We got 4. Looks like somebody knows what they're doing on the other side there. Yeah, most people just sit around and try and defend this Starbase, or excuse me, Deep Space Nine, which, while fun, isn't necessary. It's one of the optionals, yes. There's one over there. Let's go get that one. Did we get our 5? Looks like we got our 5. Awesome. And we still have 27 seconds. Don't know if we can get this one quickly enough. Come on, give me the prompt, guys. Ugh, not gonna happen. There it goes. Nope. Alright. Yay. Good teamwork so far. Now we have to do with a little more leader.
They're breaking off. We have them on the... Wait. We're getting massive energy readings.
Yeah. Massive energy, lead is coming, blah, 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 blah. I have played this with, not Augie, but I think with Plubber, who would sit on Tarek Noor and just beat the snot out of him. And the rest of us could just kind of doodly-doo for a while. So the question is somebody going to just come over and beat this thing up? Science, I've got some toys I can use here. Well, that wasn't what I planned to do. That was the wrong button. I thought I was doing opening salvo. Wrong. Let's see if we have any other toys in the arsenal here worth using. Not really. You up there? Let's move you up there.
You are fools to use us.
So there's 2 things that are going on here. One, you want to do as much damage to Tarek Noor as possible. And you want to keep DS9 as healthy as possible. It was the wrong button. You know? I'm not going to say perfect. That was a stupid move. And I can't even complain that they've got two things that look virtually identical. Which they do. They've got many things that look virtually identical, but I wasn't paying attention. There we go. That's interesting. So if you're looking at the numbers here, Terek's current health is 90.2% in this phase. Obviously, the faster you drop it, the better the numbers work for you. This is the reason I'm enjoying my stats class, I think. Just making me appreciate Star Trek all the more. There we go. Pushed behind this pylon here. At 3.62 kilometers, which is probably still too close for this. Good morning, Renegade Marine. Okay, now let's see if we're on target. Let's see if this one works this time. There we go. A little bit more on target. At 25%, Leto will do that right.
Deploy defensive countermeasures. Repairs complete. Face the wrath of the Terran Empire.
Yeah, I know, it's not really exciting just sitting here staying on one target, but since the goal is to keep its damage high, for people who like to play shooty, they can do the DS9 side of it.
Make repairs. Repairs complete. Face the wrath of the Terran Empire.
Yeah, Wrath of Terran Empire, blah, 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 blah. Been there, heard that. And how are you this morning, Renegade Marine? Long time no see. It's humor, folks.
We're taking too much damage. Deploy defensive countermeasures.
I think it was Augie and his team who were doing this one day. And as soon as she would say, face the wrath of the Terran Empire, she would immediately be having to do damage repairs again. It was just funny. Well, this is a random TFO, Renegade Marine. Which one did you wind up getting? Oh, yeah, no. Kittimer Ground is kind of like quite a few of these missions. If you're working with a team who has a clue as to what they're doing, great. If you don't, it's almost impossible. If you have a headset, it's better. We used to do all the Kidmer ones. Ron, who occasionally pops on here, used to have this thing on Sundays where he would take us through these horrible ones, usually all the Borg ground ones, explain to us where everything is, because they're set up differently than current TFOs are. And he would walk us through exactly what we needed to do, make sure we had our ground gear, and we'd start off, we'd do it basic, we'd come back, we'd chat, figure out where we went wrong, where we could do it better, change our gear out, do it as a team again. It was awesome. So Ron, I know you listen in some days because I know you have a real life, but you made my Sundays, babe. To the extent that we actually got good with all that ground stuff. And then they started expanding into all these other totally awesome ground missions. And Sundays just kind of fell by the wayside. Ooh, feed that doggo. Bright light. What did we miss? Clearly missed something. There it is. Okay.
You haven't seen the last of me.
Of course we haven't, Lita. Counterpoint will come right back up. We know that.
Back to the mirror universe.
So overall, we did really good on that one. Not fab, but good enough. Take some Terran marks and some toys, and then let's go see what we got out of this one. So first things first. We got 792 just for doing it. And we should have gotten a prize pack down here. So that's just one of the other prizes. Is this it here? Okay, so we did a very rare. We got 140 marks and 1400 dilithium. You don't usually get the very rares. You're more often to get the commons and the rares, but hey, I'm going to take it. So that's a quick 1400 dilithium. Time-wise, is it more efficient? No, it actually isn't. Is it a nice variety? Heck yeah. Especially if you get a team that's good. Take care, Wolfie. Yeah, I gotta log off and go off to work and then off to Chicago and all that good stuff. It's the weekend. So anyway, not a bad morning's run, but we didn't clear our 8,000. So let's do the last and easiest way to make dilithium. If you've already done all your reputations, do the hourlies. You can do these 3 times a day. Each one will make a minimum of 4,000, I believe, 3,900. If you've got your fleet set up where you get the extra boosts, you get like 4,200. Is that what it is? It's 340 times all 11, all 12, 13, however many we've got these days. Yes, I know. It takes like a couple clicks here. But time-wise, this is actually faster than anything else. Providing that your mouse isn't being anti-clicky, which mine is today. Be aware that you do have to spend EC to do this. So it's 7,500 EC, some experience, and 15 marks. I'll guarantee if you've been playing this for any amount of time, you're sitting on experience. To the extent that probably you've got way too much. Now, the thing is, you spent the 7,500 EC, but you get a prize pack. Take them to the vendor, trade them in, and you will more than make back the 7,500. Yeah. Yeah, burn that expertise. It's there for a reason. Oops, that's not what I wanted, but thank you. Oh, there's Lexer standing right next to me. So you'll see all these boxes here, or all these boxes here. I just keep them in the bank because I don't really want them sitting in inventory, but they get messy. We also made a gravimetric inducer from doing that little mission, so not bad. Now, remember how I said each one of these is worth at least 7,500 EC, if not more? The one exception being competitive. Competitive doesn't give you any EC back. So if you go over, I'm going to open one up here. If you were to open these up, you're going to start to get prizes. First one I open is a blue cannon. I don't really want a blue cannon, thank you very much. I'm going to put these all back here. But, so remember I said 7,500 EC got spent. I get a blue cannon out of this. Come over here to the nice vendor lady. Sell back my cannon. I invested 7,500. 5 minutes later, I get 15,000 back. It's a good return on profit. Really? Good morning, Mr. Dave. Your timing's terrible because I was just getting ready to leave. But Mr. Dave, DT and I, while we are definitely going to Vegas, I think we're going to run a table versus a booth this year. The cost of running a table and all that we have to do to go with it will be about 1/3 of running the booth. But we're still going to be there. And we're still going to be running something. But it should be a little bit more user-friendly. And while I'm not going to say no to if you want to help us out, this means we're going to have some fun. So, here's the thought that we've got. We wanted to run 2 panels. We'll submit this to... I haven't been able to tank the bug ship, but I haven't really tried. We wanted to run 2 panels, and I was going to call or talk to the people at Star Trek Online and see if we could do a panel on the history of Star Trek Online with visuals. And the other thing we were going to do is run a game which is 6 Degrees of Star Trek, if Creation will let us do it. So if you're interested in participating, love to have you. And with that, folks, I am going to head out for the day since this is Friday and I drive back to Chicago on Fridays to see my doggos, who I don't get to see during the week, and my hubbo, who I also don't get to see during the week. So I want to wish everyone a really good weekend. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. Don't do stupid things. I'll do the stupid for you. And we will see you maybe Sunday night? Hey, good work then on Disconnected Advanced. Hey, Renegade Marine, you'll have to join us sometime to do Hive Onslaught if you did run Disconnected. Ooh, Isha Force, that's not a bad one either. Okay, everyone, have a great weekend. I will see you Sunday or for sure Monday morning, 6 a.m. Take care.